Emma, tell me what is it that you want to remove? What's that limitation?
That I worry way too much about everybody else and what everybody thinks of me, and I don't need to, and I want to be aware of people and care about people, but I don't want them to have, in my mind, have such a presence.
Okay, so you worry about people.
Yeah, I worry about everybody. I worry about all my friends and my family.
You worry about all your friends and my
family.
family.
What can I do more for them? What can I feel like I need to hold everybody up, and it's not true. And
You need to hold everybody up?
Yeah, and I react. I get more.
How do you hold them up?
By being there for them and helping them, and I think I react to people very quickly, and I want to just be me. And
do they ever get heavy when you hold them up?
Yeah.
Where is it heavy? Where do you feel?
Here, I just feel like I've got lots of weight on my.
So you feel like a lot of weight on your shoulder. If you carry on holding your friends and family up on your shoulders, there's a weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's kind of that, but it's also I limit myself by not doing things in case the people aren't happy with it.
Oh, okay. So on one hand, carrying that weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Tired. Tired, and like I'm pulling myself in all directions, and I'm trying to do everything. I'm doing lots of things not very well, rather than just focusing on one thing at a time.
Okay. And
because I care too much about what everybody else thinks and what everybody expects of me.
Okay, and what do they expect from you?
Everybody expects differently. They expect me to react and do things that they want me to do, because I've always done that.
How do you know they expect you to do things?
No, I don't know. I think it's just the behaviour. It's my perception.
Your perception is that they expect things from you?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's what I should do. I think that's my responsibility.
So it's not what they expect from you, it's what you think you should do?
Yes.
And who's delegated that responsibility to you? You've delegated it to yourself?
Yeah.
So who's in control of that?
Me.
Okay, so if you're in control of that, what can you do with it?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it, but
Do you know how to stop it?
Stop caring so much about what everybody else wants me to do and what everybody else thinks, I suppose. It's everybody else's... Be more self-assured and be more comfortable by who I am and the way I want to behave.
Yeah. Okay, so have you ever tried to remove the weight off your shoulders?
No.
You've never tried to?
No.
What would it feel like if you did?
Part of me would feel bad, because I think, how's everybody else going to react? But if I can, I think it would be great. I think it would release me from a lot of...
What part of you would feel bad?
The bit that's not rational about it in the first place.
And what part would feel good?
the sensible bit of me, the calm part of me, who thinks that I deserve a bit more than what I'm giving myself, I guess.
So you have a choice.
Yes.
You're in control, so you have a choice.
Yes.
And if you're in control, you're a master of these choices.
Yes.
So what's your choice?
To stop worrying about what everybody else thinks.
And what happens when you stop worrying what everybody else thinks?
Then it doesn't form part of my decision making process.
I'm just going to rephrase that. Worrying about what everybody else thinks.
Yeah.
How does that sound? Worrying about what everybody else thinks? Does that sound like an outcome that's...
I don't want to do that, no.
You don't want to worry what everybody else...
I don't want to worry about what everybody else thinks. I want to be self-assured.
What goes through your mind if you think about worry about what everybody else thinks? What do you see? What do you... Just...
Worrying.
That phrase, worry about what everybody else thinks. Just
can't control what they think.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, if you think carefully about your outcome and your desired state, if your desired state is to stop worrying about what everybody else thinks,
You need to rephrase that.
Well,
positive.
possibly, or what you want. Because if you and your outcome is to stop worrying about what everybody else thinks, you'll do
what I want to do, and what I've always felt since I looked at internal and external, that I want to be more internal. I want to be more self-assured and not have to get that kind of reinforcement from other people for things I'm doing. I feel like I need to. My personality needs lots of reinforcement, and I don't like.
So you're associating your feelings to something that you've read?
I think it resounded, is that the right word? When I read it, it gave me a bit of a light bulb moment that.
Okay, and so you read that, you looked at that, and you decided that was you.
That behaviour, of mine.
Is that similar to someone sort of having some symptoms and googling it and deciding that's what they've got? So you've diagnosed yourself.
Probably.
Okay, so you've diagnosed yourself as being an external person, to use a metaphor.
Yeah,
as well.
Perhaps it is a metaphor. Perhaps it was an easy way for me to relate to and understand that thought process.
Yeah.
And trying to find a way out of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not enjoyable.
Yeah, yeah. And moving forward, what do you want to happen, Emma? What?
I want to always be considerate to other people, but I don't want it to impact on me. I don't want to care so much about everybody else before myself, because that's not fun. It's really tiring, and I end up at the bottom of the pile.
Okay, what's stopping you from doing that now?
Me.
Okay.
My behaviour.
Your behaviour. What behaviour?
Not putting myself first, or putting myself in the picture.
And what drives that behaviour?
Experiences.
Yeah. And do you think it's about time that you let go?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, it's time to let go now. Yeah. Okay. I want you to, the first thing that we do, we identify the attitude and the negative feeling. So I want you to identify the attitude and limiting feeling that's limiting you to achieve what you want. Because we've identified that there's a behavioural pattern, there's an attitude, there's a feeling that's limiting you to what you want to achieve. And if we just sort of specify again in the positive sense, what do you want to happen, Emma? What do you want to happen? What do you want to happen?
To put myself first.
Okay.
But also put myself in the mix. Put what I want. Do what I want.
To do what you want, and you don't do what you want now.
Sometimes I'll just make sure everybody else is happy first.
Yeah. And
it's in the negative, isn't it? But to not be so aware of everybody else's thoughts and feelings about my own behaviour.
Yeah.
That's a negative, though, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you want to happen? How do you want to live your life?
I want to be more self-assured.
You want to be more self-assured.
Calmer in my decisions.
Yeah.
More confident about my own beliefs.
Okay. And when you say self-assured, about what exactly?
About my decisions and about the way that I'm living my life.
Okay.
The decisions I'm making and the way my story, I suppose.
Yeah. And you're not self-assured about anything in your life?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you self-assured about?
What am I self-assured about? I think I'm really struggling with that question.
So you don't think you're self-assured about anything?
I think I can be, yeah. I think I can be self-assured.
About what?
About my abilities as a mum and as a friend and a daughter, and when I'm doing things for work or running or doing crafty stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, yeah. So there are things that you are self-assured about?
Yeah.
So what's the...
But it goes wrong because when I want to do something or make a decision, I'm always considering what everybody else would think about that or how it would impact on them.
Yeah, and how's that a problem?
It does limit me. It stops me from...
Limiting you from doing what?
Being more assertive. Saying more about what I want, being clearer to people who are close to me about what I want.
And what do you want?
To be in control.
Control of what?
Of my life.
What part of your life?
Everything I do. I want to be self-assured, and I want to...
You said you were self-assured about being a mum, being a parent, being this, being the other.
Yeah.
What exactly do you want?
I want... I'm really struggling.
And that's okay, and we're using the meta model here. We need clarity.
Yeah.
Okay, we need some clarity here without the clarity, then we just may as well walk in the dark. And the key is, let's get the meta model again. It's about getting the clarity. Because if you're going to get rid of a feeling or an attitude because it's making a limitation, you've got to be very clear about what that feeling is and what it's limiting you to do.
I'm trying not to use negatives because I know that doesn't help.
I mean, no, use anything that comes to mind for now.
Yeah, it's not being affected by other people, whether it's positive or negative. It's being me, and it's knowing who I am. I want to know who I am, what I want, and be able to make that happen without being affected.
You want to know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what you want. Okay. And what else?
I want to do that without being affected by external forces. So if I want to do something or I believe something.
Yeah. And who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm learning that at the moment. I think I've been through a massive period of change.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember who I am or learn who I am now.
Who do you want to be?
I want to be who I am, but I want to just change it a little bit.
So you want to be. So I asked you, who do you want to be? You said you want to be who you are. You don't know who you are.
I want to be more confident, and I want to be less influenced by other people. Yeah.
Confident in what area? Because you said you were confident in some areas.
In everything I do, in what I want to be.
In everything that you do.
In everything I do. At the moment, I am influenced quite a lot by other people. So if I say something and somebody else will disagree, or I'll hear it quite loudly, and I want to hear my voice louder.
Turn your voice up.
My internal voice, yeah.
Can you turn it up?
It's quite loud anyway, isn't it? I don't think I believe it. I don't think I'd need to tell myself something lots of times, which would have the same impact as somebody else saying it once. And I kind of want to be able to have that ability to believe in myself. To believe in myself in whatever that may be, and whether I want to go and run a half marathon or whether I want to go and start my own business. Yeah. And not be stopped by people on the way saying.
So you want to run a half marathon and open your business?
Potentially.
Potentially, that's what you want to do.
I want to open up my options.
Okay, and what options are they?
More than being a mum at the moment, which I'm very happy with. I want to open them up, and I want to move forward in a way that it's me leading it, not other people. Yeah. And what's stopping you from doing that? My own. Not trusting in myself, I guess. Okay, not trusting in yourself. Okay, and that's sort of like an attitude. See, we're getting to the attitude, and we're sort of getting to the feelings, the attitude. And the interesting is that, and what you've got to do, the meta model is key in all of these processes, because you've got to be very clear about where you are and where you want to go. You have to know where you are and where you want to go, because we can sort of get confused along the way in terms of where we are and what we want and everything else, really. So clarity is power, Emma. Yeah. When you're very clear, you've got power in terms of moving forward. You've got something to aim for. So in doing the process, because it is a very powerful process, we need to get clarity, as much clarity as we possibly can, and we are getting there. Yeah. The clearest thing I've seen when we were talking then was me moving forward in whatever way that is, with whatever I want to be doing, without being impacted too much by other people. Because and the thing is. See, in a way you are moving forward because you are living, and in life is about moving forward. So specifically, when you say moving forward, in what area? What specifically do you want to do? To get back into work, to do my own stuff. Okay, so that's what it is. Get back into work, your own stuff. What's your own stuff? I think it's more than that, though. I think it's more the way I am in general, in my general life, is that I'm not firm enough and strong enough about things I want to do and the path I want to take. I am very influenced by other people. And this goes back to when we covered we remember the meta model. Okay, we have a criteria in our mind. Now, you've obviously you're basing your firmness and assertiveness on a criteria, and that could be different for different people. Unless we're clear on what the criteria is and how it's impacting where you want to go, then we're going to be very limited in terms of moving forward.
So that's where we go back to, what do you want to do? You want to do a business, you want to get back into work.
Yeah.
Right, fantastic. Yet you keep saying it's more than that.
Yeah. It does seem, to me, it's more than that, because it isn't just
So
the way I am.
if it's more than that, what exactly is it?
Is it too general for this? Is it too... It's my attitude.
Your attitude.
My attitude.
Yeah. What is your attitude?
That my thoughts aren't as important as other people's.
So you believe that your thoughts aren't as important?
Yes.
And what's wrong with that?
Because it doesn't help me.
Doesn't help you? In what way doesn't help you?
Because I'll listen to other people and do what they want to do rather than what I want to do, and that frustrates me.
And how's that a problem?
Because I'm not in control, and I want to be in control of my life, my decisions.
What part of your life and what decisions?
All of it, I guess.
What part of your life and what decisions?
It's more my personal life and work, I think. It's with my people I've always known, it's with family.
Yeah.
That I let them take the control and let them have more of a resonance than my own thoughts and feelings. They have more of an effect on me than I have on myself.
Yeah. But what part of your life?
So it's home, it's my personal life.
And what decisions?
What decisions? I think what I do with my time and how I manage my own.
Okay. And what would you like to do with your time?
I'd like to be a bit more selfish. That's not the right word. It's not selfish what I want to do, but I want to do more for me. I want to get back into my own stuff, my own work, my own career, get back into what...
You just told me it wasn't work now, but now you're saying it's work. What do you want to do?
I want to put me back on the agenda.
Yeah. Yeah. So once again, agenda. It says we talked in a meta model: distortion, deletion. What is this agenda? What exactly is it?
So it's the plan. It's what we're doing for the next year, 2 years, 5 years. It's a family plan. If we're going to sit and write the plan.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sure. So you want to sit down with your family and write a plan?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you want to sit down with your family, write a plan.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from doing it now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Perhaps my attitude that on that plan it would be everybody else first, and then how can I fit in and flex around what they all want.
Okay. And in an ideal world, what would you like to happen?
That it's equal. That I'm on the list. I'm on towards the top of the list. It's about what I want.
And would that change the plan?
Yeah, potentially.
How would it change the plan?
Everybody would have to fend for themselves a bit more.
Okay. And so when you say fend for themselves, they'd have to do, what would they have to do?
They'd have to be a bit more independent. And
okay. And
people would have to look after the children and take responsibility.
Okay. Now we're getting clear. Okay, now we're getting a clearer picture of what you... Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. It'll take as long as it takes. No one's going home, are they? Okay, there you go. So now we begin to get more clear about what you want. People to take some responsibility. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and by them doing that, what will that help you to do? How will that be a benefit?
Me a bit.
Yeah, to do things that you mentioned you want to do.
Yeah.
You said work, you said career, what else?
Time for me.
Yeah, your time. Okay,
going last night on the way home, going to Marks and Spencer's on my own to have an hour of Christmas shopping. It's that sort of, I need this as well, and this needs to fit in with
do you think it's fair that you go to Marks and Spencer's for an hour?
Yeah.
You sure?
I do now.
For an hour? Come on, Emma, 1 hour. You are joking.
I know, it should have been 7. That's what it's like though.
Minutes.
I feel bad.
Yeah, you feel bad.
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, oh God, boys are in the bath, I better get back.
Yeah.
And I was tired and I needed to stop. The motorway was bad, but I feel guilty.
You feel guilty?
Which is crazy.
Yeah, okay.
And it's exhausting.
Okay, so how would you describe that feeling?
It's just really tiring. It is that way that we talked about at the beginning. It's just everything feels like it's on me. It doesn't need to be, and it's perhaps even just a perception. It's not reality.
Yeah.
It's my perception.
Yeah.
That everything I do impacts everybody else around me, and it doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah. How do you want it to be?
I'd like to fit in with everything else. I'd like to be part of a family in a big picture, but I don't want to feel like I'm in the middle, holding it all together. I can't think of a better way of describing it.
That's okay. That's what
sort of just, if I let it go, it goes.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would happen if you achieved your, if you got rid of these feelings?
It'd be so much easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
It'd be so much easier, and nobody wants me to feel like this. No, my husband gets cross with me.
Yeah.
I tell him I feel like this. Nobody's asking me to feel like this apart from myself.
But you choose.
Why I do it?
Does it really matter why?
No, I get so cross. I get cross with myself. It's a vicious circle, then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. You think it's about time that you let go now?
Yeah.
And if you could let go, would you let go now?
I'd love to.
Yeah. And your life would be different if you let go.
Yeah, and it would be different. It would be better. There wouldn't be any negative impact because I'd still be able to.
So not just better for you, better for everybody else as well. Yeah.
They don't want me to be like this.
Yeah.
My husband doesn't want me to exhaust myself feeling like this.
Yeah. Okay, so we've identified the feelings. So if we just confirm and clarify these feelings you want to get rid of that are preventing you from freeing your time up for work, career and other things that you want to do, like going to Marks and Spencer's. Good advert for Marks and Spencer's. Well, there we.
In for a tenner.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what? How would you describe the feelings? If you had to describe the feelings, how would you describe them?
And now, just really heavy.
Yeah.
And just feel like I've got a frown on my face, carrying it around. A frown and a sort of guilt thing.
Yeah.
Guilt, just unnecessary. Just constantly blaming myself for things and never. Just the feeling is just tired. And it's here. It's just on me.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do now is the next step, and you can sort of follow the main. We're going to listen to your timeline, how you store your timeline. Just close your eyes and relax and let yourself go. Just I want you to think of the future, next week, 2 weeks, a year from now, 2 years from now, and just point to where the future is. Point to where a week.
It's ahead of me.
Okay.
Sort of in.
Okay, 2 weeks. Okay, so it's ahead of me there. Okay. Just point to where the here and now is.
It's here.
It's here. Okay. And what about the past? Last week.
Sort of over there.
Okay. What about last year? 5 years.
Sort of over there.
Okay. What I want you to do now is just imagine in your mind's eye joining up that timeline. Can you do that? Just putting future and past events together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just join them up. Just relax. I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. Just really relax and let yourself go. We're going to go on a little bit of a journey now. But if you just first of all relax and let yourself go, I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. Relax. Just relax. 5. Just imagine walking down a flight of stairs. You can feel each foot land on the floor. As your foot lands on the floor, you become more and more relaxed. 4, 3, just notice your breathing, your heartbeat. Feel relaxed. Calm. Okay. 2, and just imagine opening a door, and as you open the door you go to a place and a time in your life where you felt really calm and relaxed, at peace, secure, love, relaxed. And give me a nod when you're there. Notice what you see, what you hear, what you feel, the colours, what you're wearing, what the people around you are wearing, what it's like to be there. Okay. Feeling relaxed. And just experience those feelings and let them magnify it for every cell of your body. Okay. Calm. I want you now to imagine walking alongside or floating above your timeline in the past, and go back to the very first time you experienced the emotions you described, the weight on your shoulders, the guilt, those feelings. Just go back to the first time. Carry on going back. And when you reach the first time, give me a nod. Are you there? Is there a time before then? Is that the first time?
Yeah, another one.
I'm going to go as far back as you can to the very first time. Is there a time before then? It's the first time? You sure it's the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to imagine watching the event from the left hand side. Just notice what's going on from the left hand side. What's happening? Yeah? And then watch the event from the right hand side. Okay, so you're noticing the event from the left. Move over to the right. And now imagine floating above the event until it's the size of a postage stamp. Very, very small. Okay. Now imagine floating down to before the event happened. Moments before it happened. You've got no feeling, you've got no association to the event. You weren't born with these feelings. Okay? So there's no feeling. Okay? Now gather all the information from this process, from seeing the event from multiple perspectives, and understand that prior to it happening you had no feelings for the event. Can you gather all the feeling, all the information? I want you now to, in your mind, just take a journey back to the person you've become today. In your mind, your eyes closed, relaxed, come back to the person you are today. And I want you to think about the resources that you can take back to that time that would have made a difference. Who have you become today? The knowledge, the wisdom, the confidence, everything that you've learnt over a long period of time. You're not the same person anymore. And fully associate to the resources. Have you got resources in mind? Can you fully associate to those resources and experience those resources? Okay, as you experience those resources and fully associate the resources, just imagine putting those resources in a bag. Yeah? And imagine bringing them back to the person you were then. Okay, to the event. To your younger self. When you get there, just give me a nod. Can you pass the resources to the person you were then? Give your younger self the resources and notice how different you will have handled the event. The person you've become today. Different? Okay. And once again you can look at it from multiple perspectives, left, right, high, above, before. Yet significantly notice how different you will have handled the situation of the person you are today. It might be time to let go now. Is it time to let go of these feelings? So imagine tying them up to a balloon and letting them fly in the sky and let go. And you can reassure your younger self everything's going to be okay. Reassure the person you were then that everything will be fine. And you can bid your younger self goodbye. Safe in the knowledge that everything will be fine. Okay? It's time to make your way to the here and now. So in your mind, your eyes closed, relaxed, walking along your timeline. I want you to, every time you've experienced those emotions, pass these resources on and notice how differently we'll handle it and let go. Emma, let go. Every time you've experienced these feelings, at every point in your life, pass the resources on and let go. Can you let go? It's okay to let go. The mind works to serve us unconsciously, and the mind keeps thoughts and feelings to keep us safe for one reason or the other. Yet sometimes we know better and it's time to let go. So it's time to let go now. And every time you revisit times you've had the weight on your shoulders and you describe those feelings of guilt, let go, and you can pass these new resources on until you make your way to the person you are today. Stay relaxed and calm and think of how different things will be in the future. An hour from now, a day from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. How different your life will be as a result of letting go. Okay? Life will be different. Things that you'll do, things you'll achieve, the impact it will have, the positive impact it will have on your family and on yourself and all the people you care and love around you and yourself by letting go. And the things that you'll do and the person you'll become and have become. Okay. I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. As I count back from 5 to 1, you get ready to come back in the here and now. 5, just relax, calm. 4, 3, just gradually come back. Feeling refreshed, recharged, revitalized, bringing back all your learnings. 2 and 1, and you're back. Where are we?
Unsworth.
That's right, exactly. Unsworth what?
Critically.
Yeah, exactly. You remembered. Okay, and that's basically timeline. How did it feel to go back? How far back did you go? Just out of interest.
Unbelievable. So I was 10.
10-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I went back to when I was 17, and then I went back to when I was 10.
When I probably go back further, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was 17, but it was further back.
Yeah, and sometimes you ask the person to go back further because you think it might be the first time, but it's not the first time. Just ask them 3 or 4 times. Is it the first time?
Yeah.
You sure it's the first time? Is there any other time? And if they're adamant that's it, then leave it at that.
Yeah.
And that's that. But just keep going. Sometimes it takes a little while. Like, let's go back, yeah. And there was an event that happened,
Yeah. And I could see myself going back and giving myself the pink boxing gloves.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got those pink,
which is a very strong image anyway from yesterday. And sort of almost just saying, it's okay, don't worry, it'll be fine.
So you'll dealt things differently.
Yeah.
The person you are today.
I've been more of a fighter, I think. If it happened now.
Yeah.
I stood up for myself more.
Yeah.
And it was almost like I saw myself and spoke to myself and said, it's okay.
So the person you become today would have helped, did things differently, Yeah. And as a consequence,
I wouldn't worry so much. I wouldn't. I'd be stronger.
Yeah. And throughout the timeline, you revisited events and you were okay to let go and release.
Yeah. The second one at 17, I let that one go as well.
Okay, so there was no time. Okay, you let go too. And going forward, did your life change in any way by letting go? Future pace? How?
Everything looks brighter.
Yeah.
Maybe that's, I don't know whether it's because everything just looks so much clearer and brighter now, both my eyes again.
Yeah.
And I feel like.
And in your own mind, when you future paced you, was it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when you future paced me, brighter. I was sort of looking. I was looking forward and up, and it was calmer and brighter.
And the things that you would do in your life.
Yeah, were different, but in a good way. They were better. They were just.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
And I was good. I was not worrying about everything and getting myself in a tiz.
Yeah.
About everything else.
Yeah.
A bit stronger, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff. Big clap for him.
you.
Well done. Well done. No, you don't have to apologise. No, you don't have to apologise.
The last couple of days, those gloves and said, "Don't be scared, it's fine." And then another incident at 17 when my friend lost her brother in a car crash, and I felt like I had to carry her forever and ever. And so those are two things for me. And it was like going into it on the timeline. It was like I was there, but it was there with my now.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you can talk about it shows that you just a big part in dealing with it, really.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe talking about it in the past is a big thing, isn't it? So being able to sort of talk about it without.
I probably couldn't have before.
Yeah, and you're talking about it quite open and confidently, and it's not sort of.
It's again, it's like that thing that it's happened, but it's not me anymore. It's not like when we talked about the C-sections before. It's part of my story in my life, but it's not in my anymore. It's not, and I do think that those things made me really aware of everybody else and the external environment so much more and more sensitive to everybody else needed.
Those emotions are spilled into other areas, if you like.
Yeah,
and
big time.
Yeah.
And I could feel it when we went to the 17 when it happened, the car crash, and I could feel myself just letting it go, being sad but letting it go.
Yeah.
Saying it's not, you can't, you've done what you can do for her, you can't do any more, sort of thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Definitely, no. You've done well, and you're doing well to talk about it now. So you are on the right path. One would think, definitely,
Stop shaking now. We were right.
Yeah. No, I mean that's normal, really. To be, to be at the end of it, like I said, you are experiencing, and your experience was obviously a deep experience. So the body will react in variable ways. Definitely, I certainly noticed your physiology changed a lot. Yeah, it did do.
When we were at different points.
Yeah, very much so.
Backwards and forwards. So when you took her back, physiology completely changed when you brought her back to the present.
Yeah.
To collect her resources, she changed back again.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Until eventually, like you did, finish the exercise.
Yeah.
Looking, confident and assured.
Absolutely.
Felt like I was pushing it behind me in the chair, going right. That's me.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't need to cause me any problems now.
Yeah. But yeah, there we go. So, yeah.